Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Peter. Good morning. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
Okay, well, just having coffee here, and we'll go ahead and talk about your music because I know that right now a lot of creativity is going on in your life. So let's start up this question here. So you released an extended play called Carrion Crows. So are you working on anything as of the moment?
Currently, I'm still working on stuff in the same vein as Carrion Crow's EP, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the direction of my album when I do bring it out. Simple fact that I'm in talks with another musician and maybe collaborating and going away from the solo business altogether. Because I find that when I'm just me on an acoustic guitar, I'm very one-dimensional. I feel limited with just an acoustic guitar. And I don't like feeling limited. I want to express myself a lot more, especially bringing in bass and drums and hopefully samples. So I'm talking to a sampler DJ at the moment. So maybe I'll bring up a new, total different direction, hopefully for the album.
Okay, and talking about going into another direction or approach, how many people will be collaborating with you on this upcoming project?
I'm not fully sure yet because literally over the last week, say 2 weeks, as I was talking to you before, I was not happy with just doing acoustic and I wanted to do a lot more, especially bringing in bass and drums. But the feel is I'd like to do something more trip-hop as opposed to folk, what I'm doing now. Trip-hop, not in the sense of, your more dancey versions, but I like that bass rhythmic undertones and I really want to go that direction. So I think when I do bring out an album, and when you hear lots of other instruments in there, I'll totally give it a different feel and hopefully more listeners.
That is quite an interesting approach, Peter, because trip hop in general is more of a movie kind of music, and under your voice, you have this distinctive, powerful voice, which is very expressive and haunting at the same time. So, I'm thinking that if you are going to this approach, it is going to be an interesting kind of music, and also, basically, you have a big voice, so I think you also need a big sound, right?
Yeah, I need a lot more in the background. Right? The voice is only carrying so much, and when it's just an acoustic guitar, it doesn't bring out all the waves of it that you want. I feel with the trip hop, it'll be a lot more freedom to express. It'll give a lot more going on in the song, so it's just not so limited and one dimensional. It's just my problem. Every time I'm writing a song, a few people that I show my music to when I record it on my phone or something, they're all saying, "Yeah, this sounds like you. It sounds like you." And every time, no matter if I change the timings or anything, it's still just me on an acoustic guitar, and it just sounds like you, right? So I have songs written for the more trip hoppy style, but I can't play them on acoustic guitar, if you know what I mean. So
I understand.
until I get other people in to work with me, or at least get more instruments that I can record myself separately, I'm stuck in a rut in a sense. So I want to get out of that and basically breathe a new life into my music.
And let's talk about your musical journey, because you started writing songs, and you had this band when you were in Ireland, and then you moved to Canada. How did you deal with the changes on the creative side? Because following your music career since around 2007, basically you have done a lot. You had a show, and you had a band, and you were all over. So moving into a different place, how did you deal with the changes? How did it affect you in a creative sense?
It's a lot different over here. I don't know. For the first 2 years when I came to Canada, I couldn't really do much. Music was really on the back burner. I didn't write anything for 2 years. all I did was just play my old stuff. I think probably dabbled in one or two tunes, but never really did anything final until pretty much a year ago. I think that's when I recorded the EP, started writing the songs for the EP, and the influences are different. Having the birth of a child changes your outlook on life, and then divorce that followed. So I guess you can understand why my musical theme hasn't really changed from the more depressing senses. But the songs with the more trip-hoppy feel have the more upbeat feel, and it's majorly influenced by my daughter, and I guess my newfound freedom in a sense. But so it has changed my writing styles in lyrically, definitely, for the simple fact that it's not so gloomy weather-wise over here all the time. There's a total different feel in the air, a total different atmosphere. In Ireland, it's very melancholy. It's always overcast, so you can understand why nearly every acoustic artist that comes out of there have the same feel.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that now I've lived in several different places. I've played in different places, and I've played a lot of different genres. So I'm hoping all of this will come together at once and produce something that's unique in a sense, especially to me, if not to music in general.
Okay, so Peter, are we going to hear something from you today, like maybe a song from your old band, or probably from the EP, the Carrion Crows EP right now?
Well, what I am going to play is a song that never made it on the EP. It was one of the ones I was going to put on the EP. Is when I was debating on what to do with the last track. But because of the lyrical content that it was, I've changed it. So it's technically a new song, and it would definitely be a new song to anyone that listens to me, because I never really played it.
Okay, so we're going to hear it first here, right?
Well, outside of my circle of friends, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so yes, what's the title of the song?
It's called Days Long Gone now.
Okay.
Candles blown, left outside with the withering souls. I do not know. I'm growing weak, I'm growing cold. Oh, no, no, no. What do you need? Begging child is pleading, please do not go. The stones are cast, you're rolling on. I do not need to hide my fears. Sacrifice an angel's tear. My darkest hours, my own ways. Days long gone. I do not need another moon. Falling stars fall to their doom. My darkest hours, my own ways. Days long gone. Days long gone. Growing old, rest the blade upon my soul. People are weak from all the secrets that they keep. The story's told, the pages burnt no longer hold. A fallen tree screams aloud, no one to hear. I do not need to hide my fears. Sacrifice an angel's tear. My darkest hours, my own ways, days long gone. I do not need another moon. Falling stars to their dooms. Darkest hours, my own ways, days long gone. Oh, days long gone. Do not need to hide my fears, sacrifice an angel's tears, the darkest hours of my own ways, days long gone. I do not need another moon, or falling stars to their dooms, the darkest hours of my own ways, days long gone. Days long gone.
There you go.
Oh, fantastic. You know, you remember you told me once that you were writing a book, right, when you were still in Ireland. So, will there be a time that this book that you're writing gets published?
That's a long way off. It's always one that I come back to. I don't see it anywhere in the next 10 years at least anyways. So it'll be something I do if my music career doesn't take off, you know what I mean? So if I reach around 35, my music doesn't focus a lot more on the story, because each time I go back on it, I change little details. I have the outline pretty much decided for the whole series of that on that topic, but it's a long way off.
Okay, so it's going to be like a creative options in case, like this one doesn't stick with you for a long time, then definitely you're going to go into writing, right?
That's the aim, always have a back route for creativity. I don't limit myself to just writing music. I write poetry, I write short stories, I hopefully one day a novel. Heck, I even have a comic in my own head, but so I'm always writing in some form or the other, and I know I'll always try, at least in one form.
Well, let's talk about lyrics, okay? I understand that you are writing lyrics because you give more emphasis on the atmosphere, okay, of the songs through the words. So, how important is lyrical content in your music?
Personally, to me, lyrics are everything, right? The music just sets the tone. The lyrics will set the mood. They'll create the story. When I write a song, I like to write stories in my songs, and they're all based off of real events, but just given through metaphor and substituting one thing for another for the sake of hiding real reasons behind what the song is about, and in a sense that makes it more easier for other people to identify with. Because if I was to write everything in the sense it's from me, it limits what people can actually identify with, because not everyone goes through the same problems.
Okay, so are we going to hear another performance?
Sure.
Okay.
This one has been written recently. It's called Reflection. It's a work in progress, but it's still in the vein of Carrion Crow's album, or EP, should I say. But it's different in another sense. So hopefully you like it. I think I gave you a sample before.
Yes, okay, and everyone is going to hear that right now.
All right, this is Reflection.
What are your thoughts? Is your mind gone? Just look at yourself, all shattered and torn. Negative thoughts rode from within. Search through your madness, all soaked in sin. Have you ever noticed why you're here? Do you even care? Do you even feel basic emotions that make this real? Have you ever noticed why you're here? Do you even care? Do you even feel basic emotions that make this real? Rivers of red painted on flesh. The wanted release upon the final breath. The need to rise, you continually fall. Do you even feel anything at all? Have you ever noticed why you're here? Do you even care? So do you even feel the basic emotions that make this real? Have you ever noticed why you're here? So do you even care? So do you even feel the basic emotions that make this real? Have you ever noticed why you're here? Do you even care? Said, do you even feel the basic emotions that make this real? So Do you feel? Do you feel anything at all? The lover's demise, the hollowed calls. So do you feel anything at all? Have you ever noticed? Have you ever noticed why you're here? So do you even care? Said, do you even feel the basic emotions that make this real? So do you feel? So do you feel anything at all? The lover's mind, the hollow calls. So do you feel anything at all?
Very good.
Ooh, okay. And, well, let's talk about the songwriting. What's the sequence of you writing a song? You know, from the influence, from the inspiration up to the last part or the song itself. How do you do that?
Spur of the moment, honestly. I'll pick up guitar and I literally just start playing. Sometimes I will have an idea in my head, but most of it's all based off emotion, right? So literally whatever I'm feeling at that time is what I write. And most of the times I write around the same time when I'm feeling the same emotion. So like the more upbeat stuff never really gets recorded for the simple fact that, I just don't like it.
Okay.
I just don't feel comfortable. I think I sound really funny when I'm not playing my more convert kind of stuff.
Okay.
But the process is simple. Sometimes I'm just walking down the street and I imagine a tune in my head and I imagine what it'll look like on a guitar, and then I just start singing it to myself. Unfortunately, it probably makes people think I talk to myself. But,
Okay.
yeah, like I often have people coming up to me in work going, "Are you singing or talking to yourself?" I'm like, "Well, I'm actually writing a song in my head." So, it's kind of weird that way, I guess.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's interesting. Okay,
Yeah,
so and also like let's say you're conceiving a song right now. How long does it take before the song gets finished?
I don't think any of my songs are finished. Consider the fact that they're just acoustics and vocals, a lot of them. There's a lot more that would probably change in them songs when the other instruments are brought in, because let's be honest, when you write with just a guitar, like I'm sure every songwriter, every musician that wrote a song originally on guitar and vocals never turned out the exact same at the end of it. For the simple fact, when you add in drums and what works for the drummer, then the bass line will come in and then you got to work around that. And then a lot of it can change shape, and you might have an extra long bit on here, you might bring in another bridge. So I don't think any song is ever finished.
Yeah, you mean
Especially-
like for instance, you are working on something, and then you would probably say, oh no, this doesn't fit that. Do you do that?
I chop and change a lot. Like even as you heard with the first song I just played, that's an old song. It doesn't really sound like the original, and the lyrics have changed because the meaning of the song has changed. So it evolves. So it's never really finished. A lot of my old songs I've redone because I wrote them when I was young, and your mindset when you're young and the sounds that you like when you're young are different than when you're a little bit older. So I think I don't really complete songs. I'm nicknamed a man of 1,000 intros. I think that really fits my music.
Okay, yes. And do you have another song for us to hear?
Sure. This song is probably one of the very few songs. It's not particularly about me. I actually don't think it's about me at all. And it's not about a particular female at all either. It's just about lust, right? Wanting stuff. So I guess my need for having certain things is come across in a song. But it's called Mistress of Death. It's not as glum as you think it is. It's a story. To be honest, I laugh at it, but that's probably because of my sense of humor. But
Okay.
but I'm not sure if other people will see it that way or if it'll come across that way. As it is technically lyrically upbeat in a sense. It's more lightheartedly said, I guess. I don't know the right word, but I'll let you judge. So yeah, this is Mistress of Death.
Okay.
For a harbor of hate, form of lust and regret, you take purity of mind to make pain feel divine.
She's all brittle and bone, she who cast the first stone. Within her wicked gaze lies the demons you crave. She is much colder to touch. Yes, I'm feeling it. Yes, I'm feeling it. She is bolder now to love. Yes, I'm fearing it. Yes, I'm fearing it. Whoa.
She's overburdened with lies, between soft euphoric cries. She's the mistress of sins, to even whom death beckons.
She's all brittle and bone, she who cast the first stone. Within her wicked gaze lies the demons who crave. She is much colder to touch. Yes, I'm feeling it. Yes, I'm feeling it. She is bold now to love. Yes, I'm fearing it. Yes, I'm fearing it. She is cold now to touch. Yes, I'm feeling it. Yes, I'm feeling it. She is bold now to love. Yes, I'm fearing it. Oh, I'm fearing it. She is cold now to the touch. She is cold now to touch. Yes, I'm feeling it. Yes, I'm feeling it. She is bold now to love. Yes, I'm fearing it. Oh, I'm fearing it. She is cold now to touch. Yes, I'm feeling it. Yes, I'm feeling it. She is bolder, too bold now to love. Yes, I'm fearing it. Oh, I'm fearing it. She is colder, too cold now to the touch.
There we go.
Ooh. Okay, so Peter, where can listeners download or listen to your songs?
I'm on Bandcamp, which is just peterchains.bandcamp.com, all one word. Facebook, of course, Peter Chains on that too. I've just started a Reverb Nation. I haven't uploaded the music there yet, but I should be doing it soon. I'm also on SoundCloud, I think.
Okay.
Probably still on MySpace in some form or the other, but best way to reach me is Facebook, without a doubt. It's the most popular at the moment, I think.
It is.